Hi, everyone. Welcome to A Girl in Love with Tech podcast. My name is Rachel Yabo. I'm a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, a Power Platform and Dynamics 365 CRM developer. And today, we are going to be talking about Julie's personal experience on Microsoft Power Platform. Hi, Julie.
Hello.
Thank you so much. And this podcast is streamed live on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and also on Twitter. So join us. Yeah. So, hi, Julie. If you can please introduce yourself.
My name is Julie Yack. I've been working in Power Platform since before we called it Power Platform, when it was just CRM and we were stripping out all the CRM stuff and making XRM solutions.
Yeah. Okay. That's amazing. That's really, really long. That's amazing. Okay. I also want to ask you, like, what is your experience with you starting with CRM? What is your experience with Power Platform and then CRM? What do you think about these two platforms?
I think that the platforms have always had great opportunity for people who kind of think like technology but aren't interested in being developers, in
Yeah.
addition to having great spot for developers.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm always trying to solve the puzzle. What is the problem we're trying to solve, and how can I
Okay.
solve it? I don't write code. I have no interest
Yeah.
writing code. There are people who write code, and it's not me, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I can still solve problems using Power Platform and Dynamics.
Yeah. True. That's very true. Especially Power Platform, like it's basically called no code, no code. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and also one thing I want to ask is that how did you get to, because like what you said when you were introducing yourself, you started with CRM. So how did you get to start your journey in CRM?
Well, actually, I broke my leg.
Yeah.
So I was helping my husband kind of on the sidelines of a new company we had started
Okay.
and not really participating much, just helping a little bit in the business side. And
Yeah.
then I broke my leg and I couldn't walk for 6 months. And he put a laptop on my lap and said, "We're going to make some software." And I started testing, I started doing requirements, and
Yeah.
it just kind of grew from there in custom development. And then
Yeah.
one of our clients needed a CRM system. We helped them pick Dynamics. They had a partner selected who started the project, and then the
Okay.
partner quit the project in the
Yeah.
middle. And
Wow.
so our client said, "Can you guys figure this out?" And we're
Yeah.
consultants. So what's the answer? Yes. And so here
Yeah.
we are.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. It's really nice. And what do you think about, okay, with you being having knowledge on CRM and Power Platform, what do you think is the difference? Is there any difference?
Of course, there's a difference. And so CRM is Microsoft's first Power App, right? And so before we called them Power Apps, it was built
Yeah.
on this relational database that we've now
Okay.
named Dataverse.
Yeah.
And it is a first party solution using first party tools.
Yeah.
And now we have the opportunity to make our own solutions using the same tools. And
Okay.
so they go hand in hand, that if you have a strong understanding of Power Platform and how relational databases work, how to
Yeah.
do your customizations, automations, all of that, then all of that
Okay.
directly moves over to working with CRM.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think there's also one thing too that a lot of people do not know. It goes vice versa. People who are in individuals who are in dynamics, I think most of them have tried Power Platform a bit, but individuals who are in Power Platform, they have not tried dynamics yet. So
Yes, yes. Well, and I think that there's a lot of overhead using
yeah,
Dynamics because it is so ultra customized, and that's
okay,
not good or bad.
yeah,
Always in my head when we're talking about implementing Dynamics from the CRM side, it's the out of the box product can get you about 80% of the way. And then the rest
okay,
of the 20% is up to you for configuration, customization. Maybe you're not going to use a product catalog, or maybe you're going to use a third party product catalog. So you
yeah,
have some additional configuration or integrations to configure, and so on. And that
okay,
um, the first party power apps
Yeah.
are quality apps, even if they're pretty heavy. And so what I
Okay.
think we're leaning toward and what we're seeing more in Power Platform is not such big monolithic applications, that
Yeah.
we're looking at the right size solutions. I've often recommended, let's have this big, huge model driven app that
Okay.
holds all the data,
Yeah.
but then we extract out a single workload and make them a Canvas app, and extract out this workload and make them a Canvas app, so that
Okay.
you're all working from the same data, but
Yeah.
then you're only worried about your particular task and your particular jobs. And we've
Yeah.
made
Making it simpler.
making a custom Canvas app for
Yeah.
you and for your department, and then for that department, and making it simpler.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, and I think there's a lot of questions I get on this is that it's general when somebody is thinking about coming into a platform or starting a career, they're like, okay, for me to learn this particular tool or this particular platform, are there job opportunities in this platform? So I'm trying to ask if I am like now, if I say, okay, now I'm asking a question, I'm thinking of coming into Microsoft Power Platform, or I am thinking of coming into Dynamics 365. Are there job opportunities in the are there opportunities in the job market for these careers?
Absolutely. And there are a ton of entry level positions that are opening up because people are expanding their staff. And
Yeah,
so there are only so many senior resources available, right? And so as we grow a bigger talent pool, we're growing more and more seasoned professionals. And so there's always room for entry level folks. Sometimes it's tough if you don't have experience to get experience, but
yeah, true.
um, there are some community programs that are working on some of that and trying to help out.
Yeah, and I also noticed that you have a training platform, 365 training.
Yes.
So if you can tell us more about it so that our listeners can actually check it out.
Sure. It's 365.training. That's the URL. That's the name of the company.
Yeah,
And we offer free and paid options for training. We think it's important that if we elevate everybody, we all go up together. And
yeah,
so we strive to always have some quality free content, but also I have bills to pay. So we have paid content. We have subscriptions available where you have access to all of our on-demand courses,
yeah,
and many, if not all of our on-demand courses also include step-by-step hands-on labs.
yeah,
So you have the opportunity to get some of that experience. Um, Even if it is in the sterile classroom environment, you have the
yeah.
opportunity to get some of that experience.
Okay.
And we've recently added training cohorts for our paid subscribers. So if you
Okay.
are a paid subscriber, you can join. We've got two varieties right now, the beginner cohort and the
Yeah,
developer cohort. So
that's
we've got
amazing.
new ones that start in January, and where you can join a group of people on the same journey and help one another learn together. Right
Yeah,
now, we don't have additional course offerings that come with that cohort. It's the community that comes with the cohort.
yeah, amazing. Yeah, nothing like the community. Yeah, so you're having like a bonus to your learning. So
Yes, yes,
yeah, and if you're listening, check out 365 training online. Yeah,
yes.
and I have another question. I think that this question, a lot of persons have it online. They ask this question. Okay, Power Platform is a low code and no code tool.
Mhm.
So, with me being a professional developer, how can I come in?
Very good question. So there is so much overlap in the traditional, heavy duty code developer
Yeah,
and the no code, low code. Um, the folks that I've spoken with, specifically my husband and several of my coworkers,
yeah,
that are hardcore developers, they say that they get to spend their time doing the fun stuff, the innovative things, not the tedious things.
yeah,
Model driven power apps come with a really robust security layer. We don't
yeah,
have to write custom code to make a new security layer for model driven power apps or for
yeah,
Dataverse. It's already
true.
there. So if
Yeah,
you're a code developer, you're not spending your time building that security layer again. You're
yeah,
spending your time doing the things that you like, being innovative with code.
Yeah. And yes, like what you said, you get to do things you want to innovate with code, and that's very true.
Yes.
Yeah, true. That's amazing. And also for our listeners, maybe this is the first time they're hearing about Microsoft Power Platform, or maybe this is the first time they're hearing about Dynamics 365 CRM. So to you, what is Microsoft Power Platform?
Microsoft Power Platform is the business application solution builder. It's um, gives you the option as a small or medium business all the way up to enterprise to build your business solutions. It's got the opportunity for custom applications. It has automation options, more than 1,000 connectors to other data sources,
Yeah,
and the ability to solve your business problems. And if for some reason you have this legacy application or some other application that you just feel is important to keep,
yeah,
there are, like I said, more than 1,000 connectors, but also the ability to make custom connectors so that you can make your Power Platform solutions talk to your other solutions, whether they're Microsoft platform or not.
yeah. I think there's one thing I love so much about the Microsoft Power Platform. I love the collaboration. I love the integration. You can connect to so many data sources. And when that is not available, you can actually create like an API to connect it to that data source. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's amazing. And one other question I have to ask is what is Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM?
So Microsoft doesn't call it CRM anymore.
Yeah,
It is the customer engagement apps because Dynamics has a few different moving parts. You have the finance and operations apps. So
yeah,
you're going to have your ERP apps for supply chain management, for finance and operations. We've got some special hybrid apps. We've got
yeah,
Business Central, which is kind of a CRM, kind of finance and operations.
yeah,
But the CRM side is the customer relationship management apps. It's the apps that allow you to manage your sales department and track that
yeah,
sales process. You can manage your customer service department and
yeah,
manage your customer service cases and
yeah,
interactions. There's field service, there's project
yeah,
operations, marketing. Those are
yeah,
all considered the CRM applications where you're working with your customers. And you can still do all of those in the same environment on the same data. So if I am a full service organization, I can do
yeah.
everything from lead to opportunity to customer and then service that customer all within a dynamic CRM application story.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most amazing thing about CE, which is CRM, is
Mhm.
the ability to be able to use the same data.
Yes.
Yeah, because you everything is connected to dataverse, so it's really amazing. Yeah,
Yes, I agree.
yeah. And someone that is just starting their journey in Power Platform or Dynamics 365 CRM, how do you think they can build their career to be successful? Like, how can they build their career from scratch to to be successful? Yeah.
So this is an amazing community. Um,
Yeah.
Rachel and I have never met in person,
Yeah.
yet we chat almost every day.
Yeah.
And this is an amazing community that we have that we've worked for years to build. And
Yeah.
so the community will support you and bring you up. So we've got training opportunities on my training site, as well as great podcasts and different YouTube channels. Lisa Crosby is one of my favorite YouTube channels.
Yeah.
When I want to
Same.
learn something, that's where I go. And
Yeah.
then we've got user groups, we have online communities, we have LinkedIn communities.
Yeah.
The community is a place to go because
Local
everyone
meetups
there.
too.
I'm sorry?
Local meetups too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to bring everybody up with them, this is an amazing giving community because
Yeah.
we know that there's room for all of us to succeed.
Yeah, I love that so much. Like the community does not really care where you're from, your background, your knowledge. If you know Power Platform, if you do not know, they don't really care. They just want to bring you in and lift you up. Yeah.
Yes. Well, and even if you're new, if you're on day 2 of your Power Platform journey, there is somebody else that's on day 1 that has something to learn from you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no knowledge is too small to share.
Yes, yes. And if you're looking to get involved in the community, if you are documenting your own journey, then you're
Yeah,
contributing back to the community that is helping you.
yeah, sure. And there's something I say all the time is that the best way to learn is actually sharing what you have learned.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, amazing. So if you are listening to this podcast, get started with Microsoft Power Platform, obviously, and join the community. You can join the community online by going to Power Platform Community, and you are going to see it is categorized into Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Visual Agents, and also Power Pages.
Mhm.
And also there's also the Dynamics 365 CRM community. So you're welcome.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Julie, do you have any advice for us for those
um,
getting started or those who are already in their career?
yes. So, um, I know that even now in my career, I suffer from imposter syndrome. There's always someone who knows more
Yeah,
than me. There's always someone who's better at explaining it than me.
yeah,
And so I still struggle with that. When I haven't presented in front of a group for a few months, I'm like,
yeah,
am I going to still do this well? Is this the right place
yeah,
for me to be? And I want to tell you, it is the right place for you to be.
yeah,
That this is there is room for your success here. So if this is something you want to be doing, then
yeah,
you have a place in this community. You have a place in this profession.
yeah. You do. You have a place.
Yeah.
Thank you. And there's also one question I want to ask is that what does your day to day look like your work day to day?
There is no day today.
Yeah.
So um, so today I've been on a couple of community calls chatting with you, and then
Okay.
this afternoon I need to make two small PowerPoints to record for a new course that we've got. We've already
Yeah.
got the hands-on labs that have been made. It
Yeah.
is zero to power virtual agents. So
Okay.
it's part of our zero two series where we have zero to model driven apps, zero to canvas, zero to pages,
Yeah.
um, zero to pipelines.
Yeah.
And
Amazing. I love that zero pipelines. Yeah.
yes, and then so it's all surrounded around getting you some additional hands-on experience. We give you a little bit of information in a PowerPoint, but most of your experience is hands-on keys building stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And then tomorrow, I'm only in the office for half a day because my dogs, like Leo, have
Hi,
doctor's
Leo.
doctor's appointments, and that gives me the opportunity to not have to be sitting at my desk just
Yeah.
for standard things like that. Friday is a community event in Denver,
Okay.
and I am hosting a panel for
That's
Ask Me
amazing.
Anything for Power Platform.
Yeah.
So there is no normal.
Yeah.
Sometime between here and Friday, I'll record those PowerPoints I'm making today.
Yeah. That's good. Good. That's really, really nice. Yeah. So I if I don't think we have any question from the comment section. We don't have any question from the comment section. So thank you so much, Julie.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. So
Ciao.
bye everyone. Ciao.